Hi, my name is Peter Lange.
And I'm Maria Lange. This is Celine. She's our daughter. We adopted her this summer. She was born in July. And she has just blessed our family so much. She's been prayed for and waited for and truly celebrated since the day we met her.
We met in early 2017. I had just taken a job and moved to the Atlanta area and really didn't know anybody and didn't know a lot of people and wanted to go make some friends. And so in college I had a buddy who actually is a mutual friend of Maria's brother, and her brother was starting a Catholic young adult ministry in the suburbs of Atlanta, and he had an event at Topgolf.
He is the quiet guy in the room, so I noticed it, and I fell in love with his gentle spirit, and I just recognized he was just a really good man. So the Lord definitely brought us together, and that's how it all began. We
got married in 2019, November of 2019.
Just before COVID.
Right before
Yeah.
COVID.
And
A good thing for our family, right? We got to spend a lot of time together. Maria works for Delta Airlines, and so her job as a flight attendant, she travels quite a bit. During that year, there wasn't much travel going around, and so we got to spend a lot of time together, which was very fruitful.
We attempted to grow our family through biology by conceiving and having our own children naturally. But the Lord had different plans. So we suffered a couple miscarriages, and as a couple, as a Catholic couple, we made a vow to each other and to God on our wedding day to accept children lovingly. And so for us, adoption was really kind of an expansion of our openness to life within our marriage.
Through infertility and loss, it becomes very tough. But I know, and we know as pro-life Catholics, we need to be open to all life. And we may not have the perfect picture of what that looks like. We may not know what that looks like, but just to be open, just like Maria said, to keep the door open until it closes, until the Lord closes that door.
And there was a little bit of loneliness in that. And so to be able to have a community in our church home where we could have gone and talked through some of these things or received prayer or counsel with each step, the Lord just kept moving it forward, kept providing, the way. And so that's kind of how it started.
That does feel lonely. Maria was accurate. It does feel lonely, and we do have each other through it. But as a family, it did feel somewhat lonely through the infertility and loss, and even through adoption. Just because, yes, we have support of our family and friends, but it's different when you know people who've been through it and who understand what it feels like.
One thing about adoption is that there is no room for selfishness. And so we realized pretty quickly that this was truly a call to serve. It can be very stressful and overwhelming because your life could change any day. It's hard to say yes and hold your breath and wait and hope to be chosen. So one day I was on my way to work and I heard the Holy Spirit tell me to pray for her. Those were his words, pray for her. And I did not, he didn't tell me exactly who she was, but I just knew in my heart that he meant our child's birth mother, whoever that was. And he gave me an image of her, and it was an overwhelming experience. It brought me to tears, and it was just a really intimate moment between me and the Lord, because I had been praying so much about, I want to be a mom, Lord, and I know that you've given me this desire, but I don't know how you want it to come to be. So it was through pursuing the heart and praying for our child's birth mother that the Lord gave me purpose in pursuing our adoption, or Celine's adoption. So leaving with Celine from the hospital is really when our opportunity to bond with her began, and I was truly overwhelmed by how instantly that bond took over, and how it has truly bloomed and flourished for both of us since we met. It's just, motherhood is such a gift, and it's so much more than I thought it would be.
And the way that the law works, the state that Celine was born in, we had to stay for quite a while, a couple weeks. And for me, that was a blessing. As hard as it was to not be in our home, and it was very difficult. But what was nice was the three of us just got to bond. We didn't get to know Celine prior to her birth, but we really got to spend a lot of time with just the three of us right after. And that was truly a blessing to be able to experience that.
I also think that, you know, even though Celine has been adopted into our family, and it would seem like that journey is kind of over, it really has just begun. And so I really feel like, honestly, there are a lot of miracles left to unfold, and that God is truly just getting started.